Welcome back, guys. Welcome to Mad Monday. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties this morning. OBS did not allow me to stream or upload. I don't know what's going on. How's it going? Milk Money in the house. How's it going? Is the bear market back in play? We're gonna get into that. Mantra implodes over the weekend. Insane price action going on with that project. Crazy too, because it's one of the biggest moving projects on the last couple years. So let's dive into what we got going on today, shall we? Let's get going. We're late. Damn it. All right, let's get going. Alright, get the dancing mascots. They're not even dancing. They're broken today. Everything's broken. Everything, guys. I cannot help the stream today. Oh my god. Yep, having technical difficulties. It's probably something to do with my internet. I don't know what. I had to jump through so many hoops just to get live streaming today. Okay, so what we got going on right here, right now, is an $84,500, $84,500 price for Bitcoin. Rising to about 85K just before the market opened. Pretty cool stuff today. Of course, we got the entire market going into tariff turmoil. That's right, tariff terror again with the Trump tariffs hitting the market. With news over the weekend coming out saying that what we were talking about on Friday is that Trump did not exclude chip manufacturing, products like the iPhones and the like from the tariffs. So not excluding that. That was huge because it's like, what in WTF, man? What is going on? We're on, we're off, we're on, we're off. Obviously trying to shake the market a little bit. Of course, to collapse. The dollar, guys. Oh, the dollar's looking pretty juicy today. Not that I want to buy any, but of course, betting on the collapse of the U.S. dollar, more so on the year. We were just at a 99.8 before the market live open, and it now just climbed back to reclaim 100. So definitely going to be keeping an eye on this, continuing throughout the week. I still expect this to break under 100 again shortly. Hopefully by the end of the day. We'll see what kind of news we get to rally or destroy the dollar. But of course, I'm going to keep an eye on that. All right, going back into Bitcoin predictions, right? So on Friday, of course, we were looking a little bit more bullish or more baseline. But what's really funny about this is that we actually started following the Super Bowl target again into that path toward 92K. Of course, once we get back to 92K, we're going to break out in a big way, and of course push forward even further into 100K, 110, 120, new all-time high territory. Okay, all right. So that out of the way, guys. I got some personal news just let out. I sold my house, so expect everything behind me to change quite a bit as I'm gonna start packing up and getting ready for the sale. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. We are going to be bringing this show. I'm excited to build a new set again because the studio. I've had this studio built now for a few years, and I love it. But I know I could always build something more fun and new for you guys. That of course matches my lifestyle. All right, so what else we got here? Quintessence Quest says, "Why you dumping on us, Otaku?" Damn it! That's right. What are we talking about? OM Mantra down 87.9% today. This is nuts. This is pretty crazy because like I said, it's been one of the biggest movers in the past year. Now it's down to 0% on the year. Yikes! Yikes! Wow, look at that huge flash crash all the way back down to 0. That's nuts. I mean, we're down eight whole dollars, right? Basically $8 whole on Mantra this morning. What else we got here going on? Milk Money. Good morning to all. Good morning, ladies and gents. That's awesome. Congratulations. About time. That's right. Been trying to sell this damn house since January. Actually, December of last year. So yeah, it's about damn time. But of course, we got one of the first better weather days yesterday, so it was actually looking pretty good out here. And yeah, I'm looking to get out there and explore a little bit more too. I want to travel. I got places I want to go. I might even talk about heading up to Canada, meeting up with Rob over at Crypto Futures. Maybe do a meet and greet with him at some point. Buy the dip says the top is in. Is it the buy the dip time for Mantra? That's a high risk play. Although the project has come out. I did share this, of course, with my followers over on X. The project has come out and said, "Do not worry. We're gonna resolve this issue." Yada. Let me see if I shared it, of course, last night. Mantra tokenizing layer ones. Let's go back here for an update on the latest OM market movements. Please refer to our latest. Yeah, that's not it. We are backing Mantra because we believe it's vision for creating a blockchain capable of. This is a couple hours ago. Where is the one from last night? Want to assure you that Mantra is fundamentally strong. Today's activity was triggered by reckless liquidations, not anything to do with the project. One thing we want to be clear on is that this was not our team. We are looking into it, and we will share more details about as soon as we can. So yeah, again, they are not dumping on their investors. So this might be a really good time to buy into Mantra. I mean, damn, dude. I mean, guys. This is a 800% potential right now. More than I don't know where. Let me see if I go back to. I don't know. Let's see. Where's that Mantra? Mantra's not even at a dollar again, right? It's at 60 cents or is it at 6 cents? I forget how bad it is. Let's go back to the charts real quick. Coin market cap. I'm just going back to coin market cap. Take a look at Mantra. Really? Oh my god. There we go. Mantra. Because I don't know, I might want to take a risk on this too. So it's about a little less than $1 right now. So it's still an 8x roughly from the top back to the top range where it was. I mean, if this were to flip in a day, that would be insane gains. So I don't know. I kind of feel like I kind of want to throw maybe $1,000 at it just to say, you know what, I made a little money off of that move for no reason. Again, that's the risk I'm maybe willing to take. Maybe it's not the same for you guys. So again, only invest in what you guys are willing to lose. This space is very volatile, and of course, not financial advice. That's right, not financial advice. Don't be stupid!
What are you, stupid? What are you, stupid?
But it may be a really, really important time for Mantra to get its footing back in the market. That's right. So be watching out for that one, guys. Watch out for that one. I might buy some right after the stream. We'll see. Okay, so of course that's what I'm talking about there. The king is live, says Connor. Of course, you're referring to the Crypto Otaku. Oh, guys, I've got so much on the pipeline for the show. I'm getting so excited every day. Working on new intro video. I'm working on the coffee hour assets and that sort of thing. But I'm gonna have to slow down a little bit too, just to try to pack everything up. I got a month to get the heck out of here. Okay, guys, so let's get back into the markets. What's going on right now? The dollar, of course, slipping back under 100. Yes, we're going back down. This roller coaster ride is about ready to go over the hill again. So, of course, we're looking at this over the 3 month. Look at this. Boom. Downward trend. Clear downward trend. 6 months. Clear downward trend. We are going down to Pound Town. These are the lowest levels we've seen for the Dixie since 2021. That's right. We recovered, of course, from 2021, from the Great Beer Crisis into, of course, where we are now in the Great Trump tariff crisis. I don't know. But yeah, everyone's looking at this entire moment in time right now being on parallel with that of COVID. Okay. I'm going to, of course, keep that in the back of our mind as well. Let's get back into, everything's going on right now. Let's see what's going on. A little bit of news, a little bit of Bloomberg. Let's see what's going on with the market open. I missed it because the freaking OBS, guys. I don't know what these errors are telling me I can't create thumbnails. Like, come on. Some weird stuff. Let me see if I can show that with you guys real quick. Look at these weird errors. Broadcast creation error forbidden. A detailed error description can be found here. It did not give me any description at all. And then broadcast error creation of thumbnails. It didn't like my thumbnails this morning. Are you freaking kidding me? My thumbnails are beautiful. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so that's of course why we're a little late this morning. Just trying to figure out the OBS nonsense. Usually like the platform a lot. I don't really have issues, but it's something weird today happened. Okay, so all morning Bloomberg's been blowing up about the it's been kind of boring on this news, in my opinion. The new all-female Blue Origin flight. I think was like I heard something like I don't know. Some of Bezos's friends or something was on a rocket going to space. And that's what's going on right now. Everyone's covering that.
Any sort of emergency event, like they can't open the door or someone's stuck or anything like that. I think that, as fast and fun as the launch is, space takes time. On markets, there is no causal link here. I'm just making an observation that one of the very few technology names in the red is Amazon, although it's down 0.5 percentage point. Jeff Bezos on your screen.
Really?
The relationship with Amazon, who knows? But here's...
That's ridiculous. Okay, anyway. So there's really nothing going on right now over there on Bloomberg. Let's see what's going on with the headlines today with Bitcoin and crypto. We've got, of course, Bitcoin going back up to about 85K. The bulls defend 84K breakout as 88K breakout looms, according to Bitcoin.com News. One of the headlines today. The Mantra OM token crashes 90% amid inside seller off allegations. Yeah, I'm probably going to pick up some of this just to swing that after the live. Mantra, known for its tokenizing real-world assets, RWA Play, and its partnership with Google Cloud and Dubai's DAMAC group, saw its OM token plummet from about $6 to about 37 cents in under 24 hours. The token, which peaked $9 earlier in 2025, now trades around $1 as of 7 p.m. last night. Social media claim the team is unassociated market makers sold 90% of its circulating tokens through Mantra, denies the involvement, as I just showed you guys their official release from the Mantra project. The crash, one of the steepest single-day drops, sparked accusations of market manipulation. Critics allege the team of an insider offloading tokens over the counter. Do you know how much tokens you'd have to freaking dump on that project? Like, guys, real quick, let's go back to market cap real quick. Mantra right now, let's see what it was, the market cap before the dump, though. The market cap for Mantra before this sold off was over $5 billion. And it sold off, almost all of it. 500 and 900 million. No, 5.9. I hate math, man, guys. So 5.9, so yeah, it sold almost 100% off. Yeah, it was 90% off for sure. So who the hell had a majority of this? Like, literally, who the hell was sitting on 4 or 5 billion of it? That's what I want to know. That's insane. And so yeah, we're gonna come out. We're gonna probably hear some news about that here in a minute. If I had some more time, guys, I'd probably go into the contract and see if I could find maybe one big drop on that. But yeah, I don't have time to dig into that right now. We got to figure out what else is going on today. Okay, moving on. Let's get back in the chat real quick. Good morning, Otaku. How's it going? Jacob JPEG in the house. How's it going? Buenos dias. Tola. Buenos dias. Salud, my guy. Salud. Of course, I've got a new mug. But I got a bigger, better one coming. Actually, I found like a really, really cool one coming. Of course, with the coffee in the morning. Salute. Good morning, everyone. Amazing coins for you. Mantra crazy drop. Some bought at 84 cents yesterday, and that crashed even some more. Yeah, like I said, guys, not a bad opportunity right now if you want to take the risk and risk it for the biscuit. I think it might pan out for you. Because I don't think Mantra's going anywhere. At least, you just never know. We never know. I never thought Terra Luna would go anywhere, and that was the only coin I ever lost money on. R.I.P. Terra Luna, circa 2021, 2022. All right. What else we got? Look at all these weird. There we go. Yeah, I'm getting my weird API errors. That's right, on the stream this morning. Weird stuff. All right. So Peter Schiff, of course, urges China to crash the dollar. Ray Dalio warns of global meltdown and more in the weekly roundup from Bitcoin.com News. Of course, a lot of that stuff happening last week we covered. Jan 3 CEO Samson Mao adoption is accelerating U.S. purchases to ramp up in 2025. All right, let's see what else Samson Mao is alluding to here. Guys, if you guys are not familiar with Samson Mao, one of my favorite influencers in our space, he's out there doing the Lord's work for Bitcoin. He is talking to every single country that he can possibly get his hands on, and of course has been the one orchestrating the entire flourishing economy of El Salvador. Okay, so if you look to everything that's happening in the world today, the timeline is rapidly accelerating. He explained that starting in the U.S. needs to start Bitcoin this year. It is just a matter of time before legislation into active buying pressure. He assessed they actually need to be buying this year is not only about what they want, it's about what is this about necessity, Mao concluded. He stated that the notion that Bitcoin adoption could take 20 to 30 years was outdated. That's right. Because when I first got into the space, guys, in 2020, I really thought when I had made my complete assessment, I was 100% in on Bitcoin. I imagined that it was going to be about 2028 to 2032 that we were going to get maybe the rumblings of what we're seeing right now. Just the beginning of it. No one ever thought back in 2020 that we were going to get a Bitcoin president, that we were going to have pro-Bitcoin legislation, that the entire terrorizing of the space from the SEC would ever end, of course, with Gary Gensler. So the entire market has flipped its entire outlook on the space. It's crazy. It only took a year between 2024 and 2025. Schiff urges China to crash the dollar. Ray Dalio. Oh, okay, it's rolling into that other one now. But this is, of course, just... Did it really? Is that all they have for Samson Mao? Really? Is that all they have for Samson Mao? What? He said that on a recent podcast. It was actually just on an X Live, I think, last weekend. All right, what else we got? What else we got on here? I was hoping there'd be more from Mao. I guess we can go through some of our metrics this morning too. Bloomberg's still talking about that space launch right now with normal people on it.
Feeling some rebound right now. The NASDAQ 100 up about 1.3%. The bond market continues to be interesting. This time, Matt Miller, or rather Shanali, it's rallying. You can see we're still above 440, so the absolute level pretty high, but the speed of the move, we're down about 8 basis points on the 10-year Treasury yield.
Meanwhile, update from Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon speaking to investors, analysts, saying that he expects more volatility ahead. He also said it is important to recognize that few countries have benefited more from the post-World War II economic and financial order than the United States. Now, all of that is in question as things change, and it's time now for the Wall Street beat. That brings us to Henry McVeigh. He is KKR's head of global macro and asset allocation, CIO of the firm's balance sheet.
Okay, let's the talking heads keep doing their thing. Okay, so what else we got on Fox Business today? Of course, we're talking about the launch with the crew for... let's see what else we got here. Major companies still engage in woke policies. Well, how Americans still feel about Trump's tariffs. I mean, most people don't even know what's going on. They don't even know what's happening right now. President Trump carves out exemptions from reciprocal tariffs. This is what I was talking about at the beginning of the live stream. He completely backtracked on this one. I'm not sure what happened.
Co-host of The Big Money Show. Charles Payne, host of Making Money, right here on Fabulous Fox Business. And back with us, Jerry Willis, Fox Business correspondent, who's so happy to be able to report on higher share prices.
Green.
Jesus, green. It's terrific stuff. Stocks and bonds. I want to start with you. This was a hell of a stock market rally. And it rolls back a lot of the bearishness. I mean, the bear correction is now rolled back. I guess my question is, when you looked at all these sectors, and I'm going to ask the same, Taylor, coming to you too, and Charles, what does it suggest? Does it suggest that the levels today can be held up? Yeah, sustained.
I'm not going to forecast where the stock market is going. I don't think it holds on to all these gains forever and a day. But this is a great sign that there is a lot of confidence in what the president just did. This is what the market wanted to see. This is what investors wanted to see.
I don't know.
Crazy tariffs on Laos and Cambodia and Vietnam. It wasn't just because of them and our relationship with them. It was so China wouldn't have an exit to cheat in these deals.
Yes, that is so important.
Yeah.
That is so important. Lo and behold, Vietnam and
I was so excited. Unfortunately, though, when I first saw it, I was like, what's going on? And I was hitting my screen because I couldn't believe what I saw.
No, I get it. Taylor, I asked the same question of you. Is it sustainable? But this pause, you can look at it many different ways.
I was just talking about the pause last Friday, but I didn't go into the exempting, like he pulled that back again on the exemptions. Was it here? The new move will likely ease the blow consumers. Trump agreed the admin officially underscoring that the administration was obviously watching the volatile market on Wednesday morning. Yeah, this is old news, but they had an update. I just don't see what they're referring to. Tariffs blows are now exempting electrical goods. But he said officially, though, Of course. So anyway, the recap basically from last week was that Trump exempted these goods from China, right? With laptops, iPhones, electrical goods, chip manufacturing products, right? But if you look on his, his post on through social, through X, Trump. Let's see if I can find it. Donald J. Trump. There we go. So this we had here. This might be a fake account too. I don't know, man. I don't know. The United States has a chance to do something. That's a good decades ago. Yeah, I can't find it. But he ripped it back again, though. Let me see if I can find. I know I shared it. Congressman. I shared a whole bunch of stuff this weekend too. We got to get through all this as well. But where is it? I know he ripped the cord on it. China calls on the U.S. to states to completely cancel tariffs. That did not, of course, happen. They're not doing that. China suspends exports to certain rare earth minerals, and I think I can't find it. I don't know, guys. I thought he ripped that cord on that. Let's go back to some of the other news sources and see what they're talking about. China president's going on week-long trade blitz after Trump's tariff hike. Trump singles out specific industry with new tariff. We will not be held hostage. Stocks higher after Trump eases tariffs on smartphones. So I guess that's still in. I don't know. I thought he revoked that on
uncertainty and extreme
Saturday.
volatility as Trump's tariffs rattle the markets. Where's the smart money buying, and what stock opportunities are still safe? Andrew, when you ask on Wall Street where the stock market is headed these days, you get three answers, right? You get the bull case, the bear case, the base case. It's like one of those choose your own adventure paperbacks.
It's like what we're doing.
But to me, the bear cases don't look grim enough. JP Morgan says 4,000 is its bear case on the market. They say earnings would only grow a little and stocks would go down to 16 times earnings. But it makes me wonder, like, what if earnings shrink like 10%? What if we went back to what people...
Oh no! 10%'s a lot for the stock market. All right, guys. Let me get back in the chat real quick before I forget you guys, because I know I'm going to do it. All right, so good morning, everyone. Says, amazing coins for you. Oh no. Mantra, Tolo says, Mantra crazy drops about some, yes, yesterday. Top is in, says 2 days ago, it gained regulatory approval in Dubai. It's hilarious. And Kay Lily, good morning, Kay Lily. How's it going? Kay Lily. Of course, we're trying to piece together all of the chaos and turmoil in the markets today. Okay, let's get back to Bloomberg and see what's going on over there. If they're covering anything else besides that stupid rocket launch, just warning, with normies on it. Let's see. Oh, maybe the high net worth individuals, not normies. High net worth individuals. What are they talking about? The Bloombergs.
I've been to China, I've been to Europe and to the Middle East. There's a global movement, even before President Trump's announcements, to lower your cost of capital. There's a blurring of economics and national security. Let me say that again. There's a blurring of economics and national security. And what you're talking about is that blurring. Everybody wants to keep their cost of capital lower, and when it spikes, you get an immediate reaction from governments around the world. That is something that we haven't seen for the last 20 years. We all grew up in investing in a world of low growth, low inflation, tight fiscal, loose monetary. Rates were low. And every time we had a shock, what happened is the central banks and the fiscal impulse could come in. That's totally different than what you guys are reporting on and what investors are digesting. And so I think you're highlighting a really critical point.
Henry, you're sticking with us. That is KKR's Henry McVeigh.
All right, so yeah, it looks like it's getting pretty good today, guys. It's less chaotic than I was hoping for. Damn it! Yeah, I need some more chaos.
I'd buy that for $1.
If only we had some more chaos. No. This morning looks a little bit more stable than it was. I mean, it looks like everything's coming up a little bit. The Nasdaq, the S&P 500, the Dow, all on the rise. What else we got? Oh my God, even soybeans are going sideways, like, a little up. What the hell? Let's get back into some more crypto news, see if anything else is going on in our space. Of course, we didn't talk about the big one in the room today, which of course, Michael Saylor buying another stack of Bitcoin. Of course, he cannot hold him back from buying Bitcoin. That's just what Saylor's going to do forever. XRP price watch. Oh no, we got all these crazy articles about how all these coins, your favorite coins, they're going to break out, they're going to go to the ground. Hopium and FUD, as I always say for these articles. All right, what else we got? Let's get these on out of here. Let's take a look at the heat map real quick and see where Bitcoin's headed. Right now, it's still ranging right around 84.5. The bears coming in full swing right now to try to get the market a little lower. Let's get back into the charts and see what we got going on there. So it looks like we're pretty much on our baseline target, like almost 100% now. Towards the end of the live, we should be coming back down to maybe retest some of these lower levels, about 83.3 or 84 on the dot. We already saw that wick get bought up pretty quick. So that's a pretty good sign right out the gate. Hopefully we can double bottom there and then bounce back up and then try to reclaim some of these higher levels. So we're still range bound, I repeat, from about 84 to 86 at the current moment. Even lower, we could see probably even a retest down to 83 is possible, and then probably a quick rebounds back into about 85 to maybe a quick retest to that 86 level we saw just last night. Okay, so that's a quick, short version of where Bitcoin is currently sitting at in the market open at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, I do have to let you know too. So the market opens with me in the mornings. Since I'm gonna have to start packing up everything, and everything's gonna change around here. I just sold my house. Of course, I'm gonna be reminding you guys constantly throughout the next coming weeks. But yeah, my stream in the morning is going to be between 9:30 to 10:30, and of course the late night live streams at 8 to 9 are still going to happen. We're still doing everything. Nothing has changed. Okay, let's get back in the chat real quick and see what you guys are talking about. Juan Casanita says, "What's up, Otaku? Looks like no chaos today." Yes, no freaking chaos. I want some more chaos. This is not what I signed up for. It'll come back eventually. We are still on a clear uptrend, of course, even further on than we really should be. Yeah, I mean, we could still come back down. I like to say this, you guys, all you got to do is zoom out a little bit, kind of clear your bias, go to the 4 hour, go to the daily. I don't care. Look at this. You can go back down, touch the fire cell. We're fine. Look at this on the 4 hour. We're amazingly bullish. If we go back down and buy up a $75,000 Bitcoin. So even on flash crashes, we're still good. And then, of course, if you look back at the one day chart, we could fall back down to even as low as 45,000. That's right, you heard it here. 46K, somewhere around that range, depending on where, of course, we are in the cycle around the time. If we were ever to get a flash crash, black swan event for Bitcoin, and at least hold a 45, 46, 47K Bitcoin, I'm still very bullish. I don't care what anyone says. I'm probably never going to see that ever happen everywhere and ever again anyway, but you just never know. This, of course, daily reminder, large macro trend, right? Large macro trend on the daily. All right, I got to keep the hopium alive, guys. I got to keep the hopium alive, especially with the uncertainty we, of course, facing the markets. Hopefully we get some news this week on Trump meeting with China. This is getting ridiculous. We have to, continue these positive, meetings with our world leaders. Okay, getting back in, let's see what else we got going on with the news today. Of course, there's other things to look at. We've got, of course, the fear and greed. Total chaos this morning, guys. Dixie, of course, is still trying to climb back over 100. Looks like it's probably going to get that here soon. And with getting closer and closer to creating a new bottom at 99.9. 99999. 99999 says the man in the in the room. Okay, what else we got this morning? Where'd my page go? Okay, there it is. Bloomberg is back talking about something. I don't know. We'll come back to that later. I'm getting kind of fed up with them right now. Who spends an hour talking about a space program? Come on. Okay, on the market open. Who the hell does that? Okay, U.S. national debt currently sitting at $36,723 billion, getting ever so closer to that juicy $37 trillion threshold. We've got, of course, the market fear and greed index for the stonks. The stonks right now sitting at 18, 21. Wow, we came up from 18 this morning to 21. Of course, we were 4 or 8. I think we were 8 on Friday. So the market is, of course, flipping a little bit back out of extreme fear into hopefully just fear, with crypto assets right now trying to digest the mantra debacle. Currently sitting at a fear level of 31. Really? 31? I got. Okay, yeah, kind of really boring this morning, guys. I'm not gonna lie, not feeling it this morning. Crypto assets on the day, they're doing all right. They're doing all right, except for this big red one in the room right there. Of course, Mantra's still down near 90%, which is crazy. Some of our favorite projects, of course. Let's kind of do a shout out real quick to some of my favorites, some of your favorites. Where's the watch list for that? This one? Yeah, this one here. XCN down 7% on the day. We've got Swiftcoin down 3% on the day. Mira's down almost 1%. ZBEC up about 3%. Jasmine up about 1%. And, of course, Nadix as well. Of course, the day's just getting started into the week. Speaking of the week, XCN's still up 125%. Jasmine's up still 70% on the week. Swiftcoin still up about 80% on the week. And of course, Miria, Nadix, and ZPN are still doing decent numbers on the week. And the craziness, guys, on this is the market cap for these coins have shot up. They've shot up a lot. So now look, their market ranks right now are crazy. We haven't seen these levels since last year. Jasmine, of course, breaking into the 70s again. Craziness for Jasmine. We've got XCN2 doing damage. This project here has been in the top 200s forever, and of course just breaking into the top 100 again within the last month. If I could find XCN. There it is right there. 86 in market cap. And of course, Swiftcoin's a bit out. I think it's still in the top 200-300. Mantra, of course, today. Where is that at? Where is that market cap? Now, that's what I want to know. Let's go back to the crypto bubbles real quick. Do a shout out for that of course, that fudded project right now. Top 100. We of course got Mantra on the day. OM down 88% right now. Still at rank 84. Wow, it fell behind Jasmine. This coin was, what was it? I'll just show you. It's down 64 in rank. So it was the top 30, within the top 30, and now just fell to the top 80. Crazy times, man. Crazy times. Of course, a $5 billion project falling to about a $1 billion project overnight. Less than that. Oh man, it's hard not to talk about that one today because it's got the most chaos. Yes. All right, let's get it. What else we got? Of course, I guess we can show top assets in the world. Shift a little bit over the weekend. Bitcoin, of course, coming back up to top 8. Just underneath silver again. We're about ready to flip silver again, guys. Let's freaking go. Let's flip silver again. And, of course, heading back into flipping Amazon like we did last year. I think back in January, of course. I think we flipped Amazon and maybe Google in January. It was looking a little different, though, back then. Anyway, let's get back into some news, see what else is going on. Let's check out crypto news on cryptonews.net. Coinbase, Lucas Mathenson on why Canada needs a blockchain strategy. Yeah, why are they late? Well, the only one working on that, sorry guys, is Pierre, which hopefully will become their new prime minister. He has a lot of yeah, let's take Polymarket real quick. He has a lot of work to do to, of course, knock out whatever the hell his name is, who's leading right now in the polls. Mark Carney. He's got 70% on bets odds against him on Polymarket. U.S. recession now coming in at a 51% chance, of course, down from the highs of 66% tile ranges last week. We can click on this. We can see, of course, Polymarket shooting up like crazy right around, of course, the Trump tariff announcements last week. So, yeah, we could see, probably this get a little lower, hopefully, as the week continues, or maybe a little higher. I mean, I'm down with that too. I'm down with whatever. Fed decision in May is still sitting at an 83%. Wow, we're up 10% from yesterday on the volume market votes. No change for May. That's terrible. That's terrible betting odds. All right. Okay, let's get back into the news. Let's see. Mantra DAO moves 26.9 million into OM into Binance amid insiders selling concerns. JP Morgan adds Great British Pound. British Pound support to its blockchain payment service. KidneyX. What? They like trading for kidneys over there. What are they doing? Solana price eyes $300 rally as top trader spots bullish setup. All right, guys, we got some Hopium articles right there. You can pretty much ignore that one. Kraken rolls out commission-free stocks of crypto. Radix launches 2-year campaign. There's pretty much nothing really interesting going on. Oh my God, Hopium around Pi Network. Oh my God. These ridiculous articles. Solana rockets 40% off your lows. Shiba Inu team explains why Shiba is still on the top 15 assets despite large supply. Whatever. I do have, of course, to say the only thing I know is significantly happening with Shiba this year is their partnership with some gaming projects. Was it Astro Nova or something like that? XRP price prediction April 14th. Pretty much nothing going on this morning with cryptonews.net. Let's get back to the chat real quick to see how you guys are feeling. No chaos today, man. I'm sad. I'm freaking sad. Milk Money says, where will the knife fall next? Where will the knife fall next? Well, I did mention that a little earlier. The knife could fall to about 83K today, depending on what's announced. But obviously right now we're just getting a little bit more of a momentum run, at least until about, this is crazy. Does that really say 9 p.m.? The market close? There's no way that's going to stay that steady. But yeah, we got to, of course, play this out first. 9 p.m. being, of course, the market close, the market open, of course, for Japan. So it's crazy again how this always lines up, and all I do is just throw freaking lines down, and it always lines up to those 3 numbers, guys. A 3, a 12, a 9, a 3, a 12, a 9, every single day. You can't make this stuff up. I really did not put anything into doing that. So we got now, of course, Bitcoin's trying to come back up and retest 85K. So we're probably going to get a reject right here, of course, somewhere between 84.9 and about 85.5. Probably a reject, retest somewhere around these ranges, and then create like a channel up to here. If we get some more bullish momentum, we could see a breakout before, of course, 9 o'clock. I think that's more than likely. We're probably going to do a retest before, of course, the end of the day. But it's just where everything always lines up. Okay, so let's get back into the chat. Daddy's in the house. How's it going, Daddy? Good morning. Good morning. I had technical difficulties this morning. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I showed you guys on the Patreon over on Crypto Futures. OBS was just having a shit fit. I don't know. So I was listening to you on the drive to the next job. How's it going, Danny? How's it going? Of course, my favorite Vegeta on YouTube. I tuned into Bloomberg for the market open and heard news about the rocket launch instead of the market treehouse. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, what in the F is going on? Who cares about that? Give me blood. Give me blood. Danny turned into, Jim Derricker says, OM Ponzi. Won every cycle. Yeah. The one that sticks out to me, of course, was Terra Luna in 2021. That one was hugely promising, and then just went dead. And I still have a balance of like 10 pennies or something like that. Thousands of tokens. It's not 10 pennies now. Hundreds of thousands of tokens. Oh, and Ponzi won every. Yes. Mick Nerney also says, "Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mick Nerney. How is it going? How's it going? Let's see what else we can find today. Let's get back into Bloomberg, see if they're talking about anything else important. Looks like they are. I can't stream anymore. Of course, we can do. Of course, for free.
For Alex Steele, I'm Paul Sweeney. We're live here in our Bloomberg Interactive Broker Studio. We're streaming live on YouTube as well. Head over to YouTube.com, search Bloomberg Podcast Live, and that's kind of.
That's right, over here in the
find us here. We've had volatility. Let's call it what it is. We've got the VIX pulling back here 5 points here, but we're still at 32, and anything over 30.
But of course, I do want to remind you guys, if you are just tuning in and you like what you're seeing here today, come on, please.
What are you, stupid?
Please leave me a like, subscribe, do all the things down below in the chat. We're building the stream up from over 500 subscribers right now. It's crazy. I didn't think we would get there as fast as we did. Of course, learning my way through the entire chaos of the crypto influencers on YouTube. But anyway, guys, please like, subscribe, do all that. We're headed to 1,000. We're gonna get this channel built the F up. Let's go.
We are communicating early and often. That's how we're communicating. lots of stuff to say. And it's really addressing stock market, bond market, macroeconomic. I've decided to try to do a lot, even evaluating small business implications. It doesn't affect investors.
Speaking of evaluating a lot, the Dixie is still trying to evaluate if it's going to continue its free fall back under 100 because it doesn't seem like it can reclaim the 100 just quite yet. All right. And what else? We kind of talk about this.
The week that was last week.
Give me some
like
chaos.
Paul said, there was a lot of volatility, a lot of headlines. China made up a large portion of the news flow. David, do you think that investors really should be focused on everything that happens in China and forget the tariff news when it comes to the other 70 countries?
Well, I think that the tariff news in China is the biggest story, and I think that there will end up being a combination of cosmetic victories and perhaps some substantive victories with these other 70 countries. When I say cosmetic, I mean probably deals we would have gotten anyways. And then again, I'm hopeful that there'll be some better deals, meaning less.
That's pretty much a nothing question. It's all about China. Anyway, so we did get, look at this, guys. We did get some highlights today on Jasmy. Crypto Newsland, of course, highlighting Jasmy and their one of the primary headlines. Jasmy bull target set at 4.47 billion. Again, a hopium article, but of course, I got to bring it to you because we hardly ever see Jasmy hit the headlines. This is, of course, an hour ago on cryptonewsland.com. I am showing my bias a little bit there, but you know what? I do it in good faith for you guys because I do 100% believe in this project. Of course, the Bitcoin Japan Jasmy. So yeah, we can take a look at that briefly. Probably not going to read the whole thing because it is a blatant hopium article. And you guys know how I feel about blatant hopium and FUD articles. What else we got in the headlines here? OM price crash. Everyone, of course, is talking about that right now. I think that's kind of holding our market back this morning, too. But honestly, it's doing okay for a top 30 project to just be crashing like this. The market is holding in strong. Of course, Bitcoin about ready to break out into 85K again, as we are seeing right here, right now. So, of course, this is a 15-minute, and yeah, we just got to get right above that, man. It's right there. And, of course, it's getting wicked up, of course, where we drew this earlier. Because that's how the markets work. It's all psychological. It's all psychological.
What are you, stupid?
But, yeah, no emergency still yet. But, of course, I do have to give you guys our daily reminder that we're still winning.
So much, you may even get tired of winning. You say, please, it's too much winning. You can't take it anymore.
I think I see money behind my desk. Anyway, so yeah, I'm tired of winning, guys. Of course, we brought this to you on Friday, predicting where we're going to head into the weekend. No one else can do that, of course, like we can, with a baseline / bullish target being hit. I would love for our Super Bowl to just start taking off. That would be fun, but it's probably not going to happen. Of course, the Super Bowl and the Super Bear targets are satirical. I don't think they ever play out, but sometimes they do. And that's when we get super excited. Of course, when we got that big pullback a few months ago, well, I guess last month, with the Super Bear target being hit twice in a month. It's crazy. I never thought that would happen, but it did. All right, so yeah, of course, we're almost back to 85K. The Dixie is still struggling to be okay. And Yeah, we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. Let's get back to the chat real quick. Jim Jeringer says not touching OM project leads to our serious grifters. Rio DeFi lawsuit against OM has a lot of background. Jim Deringer, man, I don't know, man. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit if it is under $1 by the end of my live stream. I'm probably gonna do it. Of course, being a DGen. Kevin in the chat. Kevin, the smokes. Let's go, smokes. How is it going, Kevin? Love to see you here, of course, in the market open. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Moto J, what is up, Moto J? I scrapped some mantra, definitely high risk, but I think once the dust settles, it's gonna do well. They've got a lot of AMAs today. Should be interesting. Yeah, Kev. Yeah, Kev, smash that. Yeah, smash that to Kev, man. Kevin's one of my boys, man. My man. My man J-Bone. J-Bone. Oh, God, that freaking show. I love it. Not touching. Okay, so that, of course, Jim Jeringer's opinion on that one, too. I agree, Jay, worth a flyer. Moto J says, I think it's worth a shot, but I hear you, Jim. I hear you too, man. I hear you. It's like I said, it's a very high risk play at the moment. I have been part of this as well in the past. Again, I've invested into the crash of Terra Luna that I got burned. The only coin I ever got burned on, it wasn't even that much. Back then, it was like 250 clams. 250 clams. Who's gonna care about 250 clams? What do you think about Swift this week? I mean, it's still up, what, 70%? 80%, something like that, from Friday on the week, right? So Swift Coin's still doing all right. It's not in the top 100 yet, too, so I would love to see it get a little higher in market cap. I don't even think it's into the top 200 yet. Swift, of course, is still making its way up. There it is in the top 300 projects, sitting right now at 237 market cap ranking, up 75 ranks in the last week. Yeah, still up 80%. I think big things are coming for Swift Coin. I'm bullish on it. I have a big bag. That's all I'm going to say right there. Of course, one of the ones we follow on the daily. Otaku knows what's up. Moto J, yes. That's what I do, man. That's what I do. Speaking of which, I got a new intro video coming up, man. It's gonna be fun stuff. I think it's worth what do you think of? Okay, I think we're caught up on the chat. All right, let's get back into Bloomberg, see what they're talking about now. Probably nothing. See what CNBC's been covering this morning. Anything breaking? Markets don't seem to be reacting anything negatively real quick. Dixie is still struggling to get above 100. Still sitting in 99.8 tile range. Yeah, the lowest we got this morning was 99.2. So we almost broke 99 about 8 hours ago. About 8 hours ago. So when the market was pretty much closing in Japan. Okay, nothing else really headlining for CNBC. Billionaire Ray Dalio. I'm worried about something worse than a recession, says Ray Dalio. Ooh, I like this. Is juicy. Doom, let's go. We need some more Doom. And who knows Doom better than Ray freaking Dalio? Of course, who, he knew about the fallout in the 2008 crisis. Okay, so Ray Dalio, founder of Bridgewater Associates LP, speaks at the Abu Dhabi Finance Week conference in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, on Tuesday, December 10th, 2024. All right, so Bridgewater founder Ray Dalio said Sunday, yesterday, that he will be worried that the turmoil resulting from President Trump's tariff and economic policies will threaten the global economy. Right now, we are in a decision-making point, very close to a recession. Ray Dalio says we are in a recession. We've been in a recession since 2023. NBC News meets the press. I am worried about something worse than a recession if it isn't handled well. The hedge fund billionaire said that is more concerned about the trade disruptions mounting the U.S. debt, emerging world powers, bringing down the international economic and geopolitical structure that has been in place since the end of World War II. You know what else came out about this? Ooh, I forgot about sharing this one. I will have to. I don't want to forget about it, guys. I have to share this one. Kathy Wood did a press release. I think it was in the middle of last week. Of course, I love every time I get to talk about Kathy Wood, of course, because she was one of the first people to inspire me into purchasing Bitcoin and crypto assets. What is going on right now? Okay, let's get back in here. I can pull this up. don't want to share too much of the Twitter stuff because that's our nightly thing. But here we go. Here, let's see if I can find this chart. It shouldn't be that hard to find. I think I might have left it on there. Right about. She's got a whole bunch of metrics in this. I loved this video. Again, shout out to Kathy Wood. She's the Bitcoin Mary to Michael Saylor's Bitcoin Jesus, in my opinion. Yeah, this right here. Look at this, guys. I have to play this real quick. I'm sorry.
So here, you know, I've seen these charts for years and years and years, and
yes,
but I
so
didn't
have I because
realize
of you. Thank
that
you.
we had hit from a public debt as a percent of GDP, that we had hit the peaks, the peak we reached in World War II.
Right now,
in the 2000 timeframe, there was the thought: could we be heading in the tech and telecom bust? Could we be heading towards that level? But here we are, and you know that was a crisis time, and the country really did pull together after that. To get the debt as a percent of GDP down. It did it in two ways. More control over government spending. Of course, we weren't in the war anymore, so that was a big source. But also on the GDP side, rapid growth. Post-World War II, very rapid growth. Doge, we think, is an attempt to pull us out of a quagmire, it seems, in terms of government spending. It's what held the economy up, or real GDP up, along with high-end consumers during the last few years. But this is certainly excessive as we see it now in context. And you can even see in the 20s, in the 20s and 30s, we didn't get anywhere near this level. Another look.
And what's really funny too is it looks like the classic cup and handle on the public debt to GDP. So what does this mean, Otaku? What does this mean? It means doom. Yes. Let's go. So yeah, as we get closer to that $37 trillion debt we have here in the United States, the world debt clock, of course, showing you guys almost every single day. Public debt to GDP right now in America is over 100%. What does that mean? Well, it means that we all have way too much debt. I don't know about you guys, but I have maxed out credit cards that I'm about ready to pay down. But most people don't do that, right? They just max them off, move on. Max them out and move on. Go through bankruptcies. I just had two friends go through bankruptcies here recently. You know who you are if you're watching live streams. My parents went through bankruptcy. I have friends whose parents also went through bankruptcy. Everyone knows somebody who's had some sort of turmoil. Bitcoin just broke 85K again. That's what's going on right now. We have a massive problem with debt to GDP, and public debt to GDP is spiraling out of control to the likes of a World War scenario. That, of course, hasn't been this high since World War II. So World War III is just going to be the trade war, basically. World War trade. That's what it is. Not World War III. It's World War trade. We're trading World War III for World War trade. I'm calling it here first, guys. All right, so let's get back in the chat. How do you guys feel about that takeaway from Kathy Wood? Please check her out. This is, again, one of my favorite venture capitalists. My favorite. Like, there is no question. Kathy Wood is my favorite venture capital investor. And I'm super excited to see, of course, her ETF is the third highest. Of course, ARK shares holding over 50,000 Bitcoin. All right, guys, let's see what's going on in the chat. How you guys feel about that? As I keep the death of the dollar just ever so looming while I catch with you guys in the chat. Look at that. We just broke 99.7. That's cool. I agree. Jay worth a flyer. Otaku knows what's up. Yes. Jim Derringer says, if you're a bottom feeder, recessions are where you get rich. Yes, let's freaking go. I'd buy that for $1. Good morning, wild man, says Dad Sky. How's it going? How's it going? I'm pretty crazy. I'm pretty unhinged. It's nuts. Otaku, what are you, the top 3 favorite projects right now? Okay, it depends. It depends, my top favorites. Of course, I love Bitcoin more than anything else out there. I cannot get past that. It's changed my entire worldview in life. But my top 3 projects right now in terms of like ROI would probably be Zbeck, Jasmy, maybe not that. Maybe Zbeck, Miria, and what else would I recommend? Maybe Nadix or let me see. Let me get back into my top favorite picks here. So these are all my favorite projects I watch pretty much on a daily here. So we got Swiftcoin up 86%. Now my favorite ones I'm picking right now are pretty much on ROI. They're more risky, but they're the ones I watch on a daily, the ones I invest still to this day. And that is, of course, Jasmy, Miria, and Zbeck. I think those are probably my 3 favorite ROI picks for this cycle. I don't think. I think in terms of risk, Miria is probably the most risk. I don't recommend that for everyone. It's a gaming play at the end of the year. We're looking at, and then Zbeck I really like just because it's a payments platform and it's got 3 freaking zeros. It's 309 right now. It's still 309. I'm still throwing money every day into this project. Again, we're going to be flipping zeros like crazy on that if we get DeFi going in a big way here in the States. Okay, again, and only invest what you guys are willing to risk, but those are, of course, my favorite projects right there. And in terms of ROI, my top favorite, of course, being Bitcoin, just because it's Bitcoin, man. I mean, you can't defeat number 1. It's going up forever, Laura. I mean, come on, there's no second best.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay.
And of course,
Bitcoin's
powered by
chaos.
Yes.
When Godzilla walks onto the playground, all your models, they're all going to be destroyed.
That's absolutely right, Michael Saylor. And of course, I got to share that one almost every single day with you guys. My favorite line that Michael Saylor's ever spoken. With all my favorite things wrapped up into it last year. I could not believe he did that. Okay, so ZBCN is my favorite, says Moto J. I think XPR is a solid project too. I agree. I think XPR is too. I think I've got that on my list. I think anything with an X is going to do okay. Just because the normies love X's. I think that most people don't know the idea. There's like, XRP is already $2. Well, XPR, XLM. XLM's not even $1 yet. It's 25 cents. I'm going to invest in XRM. That's just how the normies think. So like another X project, I know it's probably like XRP is going to break out. It's going to go, it's out of the moon. It's just how it was, the narrative back in 2021. Most people don't do research, and that's sad because, guys, you got to do your own research. DYOR. Do your own research. It's very important, especially when times are down. The best time to do research, of course, is a bear market, and of course, be buying in a bear market. Okay, so thoughts on Telecoin? It's an okay project. I think the future for that project is going to be something like an acquisitional, maybe joint venture with Verizon, AT&T, one of the legacy companies, maybe like even smaller companies like T-Mobile could gobble that one up and build a Web3 platform and not have to build out the infrastructure themselves. So that's kind of my thoughts on Telecoin. I think Helium's got a similar idea too, right? Helium Mobile. So yeah, I think that's kind of the future for projects like that, because I just don't think they're going to have the name to, again, just like build something from the ground up and then just launch it and have its own entity. But it's still a bullish project if it does have a takeover with, of course, the technology. ZBSCN is my favorite. XPR Solid 2. Yes, Cookie is probably my favorite, says Kevin. Kevin likes Cookie. I mean, Cookie's all right. Cookie's all right. My only issue with Cookie is that there's plenty of other coins like it. Coffee and Chaos. Yes, I hope to get the freaking assets rolling for that, guys. I have some fun stuff to show. If you guys want to watch, let me get back into Bloomberg quick. Make sure nothing else is popping off. The dollar is slipping again, though, down to 99.6. We did again. I repeat, saw a low this morning, early in the early morning. Right about 2 a.m. we saw it down to 99.2, almost breaking 99. We could be spiraling back down into that today. Let's see if there's any headlines boosting this downward trend for the dollar on the morning. We still got whoa. Oh, damn it, we're already past 10:32. Damn. Let's see what else we got going on with the talking heads. What are they talking about? Ah, dang it. There we go.
Is those weaker fees. So Goldman is number one in equity trading revenue. They're number one in M&A. Equity trading really powering these banks higher. M&A really feeling the fallout from uncertainty.
That's right. So the company's investment banking revenue was 8% lower than last year.
Yeah, we're still getting earning calls in. So it's gonna be a while for them to get through all the earnings, all these big banks and stuff. Fear and greed for the stock market is currently at a 21, coming down just a tiny bit. We've got fear and greed for the crypto assets. Still at around 31. Still just about ready to break out of fear. Hopefully out. Where's Mantra right now? It's still in the same area. The last day and all of the assets, the top 100. Yeah, still about 88.3. Yeah, so I'm probably going to be buying up some of this as soon as the live is concluded. Not that much. I'm just going to dip my toes in with maybe $1,000. Nothing too risky for me and my personal portfolio. I just would like to get maybe a quick little payout. And I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. Definitely not going to do any leverage, guys. I don't recommend anyone, especially new, messing around with leverage. I do mess around with it from time to time, but only when I got a ton of profits to take before then. Okay, right, so what else we got? Anything in the top 100 moving in and out. Let's take a look at that before we go. It is getting closer to 11 a.m. and I've got a house to find. I gotta find an apartment or a house or something because I just sold my house yesterday, guys. That's it. Breaking news. It's an emergency. I need to find a new place to build a new live stream set and studio. I of course love this one, but I gotta go now. I got 30 days to do it. So I am gonna be moving. Oh yeah, Strawberry Dragon's in the chat. How's it going, Strawberry? I miss you, Strawberry. He said super late this morning. Me too. We had technical difficulties this morning. We didn't get started for about for like 15-20 minutes. It was kind of a bummer, but yeah, we of course persevered and defeated the technical difficulties and got on. Congratulations. Thank you, Strawberry. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I've been trying to sell this damn house since December, and of course now we're just flipping into spring, and this is the season. 'Tis the season. So hopefully I can get to find something that gets listed here soon, and I can get out of here and start building a new studio. I'm excited to build a new studio, guys. I love building things. I think, wasn't it you, Strawberry? We were talking one night with the live open mics about, was it master builder, numerology, some crazy stuff. Apparently I'm a master builder. Who would have thunk? Pretty crazy stuff out there. Numerology is insane. If you guys believe we're living in a simulation, numerology is a really crazy rabbit hole to dive down into. Anyway, so what else we got? The talking heads real quick on a market exit. Into about day trading. Day trading starts in about 15 minutes.
As I said, there's puts and takes, but for the most part, what we are hearing from the management is similar to what you'd expect with uncertainty. We do get Bank of America and Citigroup tomorrow. That will give us, I think, even a richer look in terms of the U.S. consumer, which, Bank of America is a good bellwether for. Citigroup has this big card business, but the key trends we're seeing are, one, trading strong, fees weaker. That's really due to the volatility. Two, buybacks, strength in buybacks, coming in better than expected. Big program at Goldman. So really, this benefit from lesser regulation does have an impact that we're seeing. And then third, uncertainty manifesting in credit provisions. We saw a big provision at J.P. Morgan, or I should say, a sizable provision there. Less so at Wells Fargo, but both. Pretty conservative, so in terms of what they're estimating going forward, and again, not based on what we've seen, but uncertainty. We expect the same at Bank of America and Citi tomorrow.
What's the headcount story on?
So pretty interesting calls tomorrow. Definitely excited to see what happens with them. They still are calling consumer sentiment negative and saying that they are panic buying, which I just don't see. I don't see that anywhere in my personal life. I'm in New York State. And it's No, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't think the normies have any clue about any of the stuff that's going on right now in the past 2 or 3 weeks, other than maybe some of the major headlines on the talking heads on CNN and Fox News. Okay, so yeah, with that being said, the Dixie right now is, of course, still sitting around 99.7. And we've got Bitcoin right now trading at about 85.7. Look at this, all breaking out. Amazing candle here in the last 30 minutes. Yeah, touching 85.7. We broke through. You look at this, the previous high we had over the weekend. And now we're going to get back into some of the ones we saw on Saturday. About 86K is kind of where we're targeting next. So hopefully Bitcoin will still rally and keep this going, keep this train going as the Dixie continues to plummet. This is exciting, guys. I wonder where this takes us tonight. This goes into Tuesday morning. If we continue this bullish trend upward and just chop around in a very predictable, boring ascent pattern, then yeah, we could see a breakout tomorrow morning at the market open, if of course we see more turmoil with the dollar. But I was excited to see tonight, once day trading starts here in about 30 to an hour. Yeah, peak times, of course, being volatility. Wow, look at the volatility spike on Bitcoin right now. The volume is crazy. So yeah, of course, we could see even more volume into, oops, that'd be like right here. A little bit more volume into the middle of the afternoon. Before the market close around 3 p.m. So something like that I would expect for the market volume. Maybe getting it to a high of like, let's see, let's go back and test 87K. We really need 87K to hit. Like if it gets to 87K, I'm going to be super excited, super happy. That's a huge bullish start for the week for Bitcoin. Another idea I have too is I've been thinking about this a lot because I'm worried that, of course, because the market cycle has changed now with Trump's tariffs, putting off the traditional cycle about 2 months. That might be a outlier, I guess, a known, a very uncertain time, because usually we sell in May, we go away. Although if you look at the past cycles for Bitcoin, and I know a lot of people, including myself, have compared, and I did not live through this, to make it very clear, I did not live through the 2017 Bitcoin cycle. But let's see, Bitcoin appreciation monthly. Yeah, monthly appreciation for Bitcoin. I can show you what I'm thinking here. Through CoinGlass, there's the quarterly returns, and we got the monthly returns here. So what I'm looking at here is by the monthly. So if you look back here in 2017, we had a rough first few months, right? The first quarter coming in pretty roughly. And then we had a huge spike in April and May, right? And I've never seen this before in the time that I was in Bitcoin, ever. I've never seen it. It's always been sell and may go away, sell and may go away. Even in 21, sell and may go away. So I would not be surprised now that, of course, we got the tariffs rolling out. And I think we had the same thing, too, in Trump's first term. That we had the tariffs rolling out, and then we had a sell and may go away event. We did not have a sell and may go away event. So if that's playing into the same sort of thing, then yeah, we probably will see a positive May, and then maybe a pullback into about July or June, a little bit, or we might just rally until the end of the year. Of course, if we get these Bitcoin SBRs rolling, as more strategic Bitcoin reserves are taking off. We have more bills right now in Bitcoin than ever. I mean, we've never had any before, period. I'm still floored that we're still talking about it every single day. Every single day, of course, another freaking state is going orange. I can't even keep up with it anymore, guys. 41 live SBRs right now in 21 states. We've already gotten 2 approved. Arizona was the first state to already approve one. Florida's catching up too. Of course, you can check the race, the status on the race on bitcoinlaws.io. There's also a tab for it, if I can find it. Where the hell is it? Solutions, policy data, state reserve race. Right here, Arizona, of course, passed it. They're waiting to enact it here shortly. We also have the likes of GameStop diving in this week, hopefully. I mean, they're 2 weeks behind now since they've already been approved, and on their allocation, they want to assess into Bitcoin. It's like over a billion. I think up to 3 billion, something like that. 1 to 3 billion. And then we've got Texas in the lead, Oklahoma, New Hampshire. Yeah, of course, Arizona's already done. Florida is catching up. We got to get through the committees, the House, the Senate, and then, of course, get them going into purchasing Bitcoin. And yeah, we're just going to have a trickle into Bitcoin effect towards the end of the year. I foresee just a crazy freaking year. Unless we get a black swan event that no one's thinking of. China doesn't want to trade with America at all anymore. That's the only thing I can think of right now on the horizon. That could be a potential black swan event. Whew! All right, guys. So that is what I'm thinking right now. Hopefully, I didn't unpack too much onto you. Hopefully, let me know in the chat how you're feeling. Hodl that knife, man. Yeah, you gotta hodl that knife. You don't sell off, guys. That's why we don't catch knives. We just hodl them. We're just flailing around holding knives. If you don't sell the knife or you don't buy up the knife, then you don't have to worry about getting cut by the knife. That's my logic anyway. Bitcoin getting hot, says Jim. Yes, I agree 100%. Jim, what are your top 5 places you would consider moving into? How far are you going to move? You know what? So all I want, my entire goal right now, Milk Money, is to just find somewhere to relocate that's safe, stable, and cheap. As cheap as I can find. That I can also scream at the top of my lungs and no one's going to give a fuck. That's the problem. With apartments are not really great with that. I'm probably going to get complaints because I get very loud on the live streams and, of course, make a ruckus. So that's the kind of things I'm looking at right now. I'm not really care too much about location other than just being affordable and safe. And I can be loud. But my goal is to just have a home base, have a studio that I can come back to and do the live streams, and then just go out and travel. At some point, I'm going to be on the road with a laptop, guys. Like, I'm going to be out there, just making lives randomly, because I want to go to Canada. I've got friends in Canada I want to visit, and maybe even Rob. I got to talk to him because they're getting close to that target now for me on a trip. And some other places too. I've got friends all throughout the state. I've got states. I mean, I've been to every U.S. state except for Rhode Island. So maybe I like to get out there just to say I've been there. I don't know. Yeah, go back to Florida. I've got a lot of friends in Florida too. Yeah, that sort of thing. So I'm gonna be all over the place this year probably. I just want to warn you, it's going to be pretty unstable in my life. So, but of course, the show is top priority for me because I love you guys. You guys are the only people I can talk to about crypto in my entire life. I have nobody. I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same as well. South Dakota homie says Dad Sky. Oh, really? I mean, I'll consider anything right now, man. I'll consider anything right now. All right, guys. So I'm going to call it for right now tonight. Tonight, of course, I'll be back. Please like, subscribe, do all the things down below if you like what you see here today. And of course, don't forget to take your orange pills. What are you doing, guys? Michael Seller just bought another load of Bitcoin today. Of course, putting the orange dots on the board. I forgot to mention too much of that, but yeah, he did. So don't forget to load up on some positive future financial freedom with your orange pills. Load up with them today. All right, and I'll catch you guys on the night's live stream. So have a good one. So Crypto Otaku signing out. Peace.
That BlackRock and Fidelity's proposals are insufficient. We can make the dollar the most attractive currency by continuing to have the rule of law. You can always print money to do that. I suppose it would diminish our status as the reserve currency. Just shut up. There's no expectation of privacy above me in the sky.
So Bitcoin is the solution because you can buy Bitcoin right.
Mantra's still down 88.6%. Yep. I'm going to buy some, guys. I don't care. I'll throw some money into that fire. I burn it every night. What do I care? Where the hell's all my money? Ah, damn it. Screw it. I'll see you guys later. Later. Oh, my God. If I want to take my money and take it to the fucking casino and put it on orange, I can do that, guys. It's my money. Later.